I don't know much to add.
Tom Brady's a great quarterback. I wasn't trying to say nothing bad about him. I respect him as the GOAT. He is the legend, and I think words just got misconstrued and got taken out of context.
Joined by Rams GM Les Snead. How did he do?
That's definitely an A. Great recovery. That's in the manual.
All right, we're joined by Fox NFL analyst Greg Jennings. Good morning. We're going to get your take on this in a bit, but first, Shannon, what do you make of Robey-Coleman's backtrack?
Just own it. You said it.
You did say it.
And there's a lot of truth into what you said. You know, look, whether he said a little bit or not, the Eagles didn't say anything last year, and he threw for 505 against them. So this notion that, oh, now all of a sudden he's going to be highly motivated. Greg, you know guys are taking shots where they say this or that or whatever. When you're running around, you're not thinking about what that guy said.
No.
When I'm in the game, I'm not worried about what you said. Now, once the game's over, I'm like, oh, yeah, remember? Oh, yeah, I heard everything you said. Now, Robey-Coleman, Brady did show signs of his age. Against the Buffalo Bills, he had 126 yards and 2 interceptions. Against the Lions, he had 133 yards and 1 interception, scored 10 points. He had another 10 points against the Titans on 51% completion, 21 of 41. So there were signs, and that's what I think what Coleman was trying to allude to. But, you know, just own that. Yeah, I said it. There have been times, if you watch the tape, which we have, we watched all 16 regular season games. We watched his 2 postseason games. And we watched games from last year. There are throws that Tom Brady would never, ever miss that occasionally he does miss. And that comes with age. It's this notion that everybody else ages, but Tom Brady doesn't is a lie. Now,
Really? How old did he look against the Chargers and the Chiefs? I'm just asking.
I mean, considering that the Chiefs in the last 25 years have won 2 home playoff games. Oh, it's not as great a feat as you might think.
What did the great Shannon Sharp predict? Shannon Sharp predicted the Chargers. He predicted the Chiefs.
All I'm saying is winning in Kansas City when they've only won 2 playoff games in the last 25 years, kind of like your Cowboys.
Wait, new quarterback.
Like your
Patrick Mahomes, right?
Yeah.
Mahomes.
All I'm saying
Invincible.
is Robey-Coleman.
MVP.
Roby, you said it.
Yeah.
Just own it. Don't backtrack. I'm not trying to. Tom Brady is who he is. He's accomplished what he's accomplished. But there are some throws that he left on the table. There are some plays that as we start to age, Greg can attest to this, some of the lateral, as a receiver, some of your lateral quickness. Most guys can continue to run full speed. But what slows is the lateral quickness, that be able to get sideways and then get up the field. It's when that guy's sitting right there in that chair in front of you that you struggle. Now, if he's just going to let you run scot-free, Coleman, just own it. Don't backtrack. Oh, I wasn't trying to say anything. Tom Brady to go. Bro, don't miss me with all that. I hate when people do that. Oh, that's not what I meant. It was misconstrued. I was taken out of context. You know, got to worry about O'Shea Sharp. Because I mean what I say, and I say what I mean.
Really?
It's good to know.
Shoulder.
Well, for me, I agree. There's players that I believe have to own it, but he's not one of them.
You don't want him to own it?
No. He's not one. He's not Marcus Peters. He's not Aqib Talib. He's not Aaron Donald. He's not one of.
Well, he shouldn't have said anything to begin with.
Is my point exactly. So I need you to backtrack. I need you to make this right, boss. Like Les Snead said. How was that? That was A+. Way to put out what you really want to say or what we've been telling you to say all week leading up to this game. When you're playing a guy like Tom Brady, we understand what he is. We know how you feel. As players, we know we feel a certain way, but we can't say everything we feel.
Right.
And so in this instance, in this game, and you haven't been there before, I need you to approach it with very soft feet. Absolutely. I need to know that you're locked in, because one thing I know about, and I'll defend him a little bit, one thing I know about being in the locker room and being interviewed and saying things, they will ask you questions. You will give a long and extensive answer, Skip, and if it's not intriguing, they're not going to use that.
Right.
But if you say something that they can this gonna get some traction. It's
hard.
They're gonna put that out there. So you're not being misconstrued. But they're putting out the narrative that they want. But you said it. It came out of your mouth. So I can utilize that, and that's what happened. He has to be more mindful of that going into these situations. He can't do that.
At the end of yesterday's show, we talked about how Robey-Coleman had retweeted a tweet that I had just tweeted about the topic we were about to do. And that tweet started with Robey-Coleman, who's lucky to be in this Super Bowl because he is. He was the guy who could have been the GOAT, lowercase GOAT, of the previous game. As in, he would be the guy you'd blame forever for losing the game, right?
Yes.
He got off that hook thanks to 4 referees, all from Southern California.
Stop
but
it.
that's
Stop it.
whatever. Yeah, I had to say it. But
Quickly get it in.
But he did retweet it, and I applauded the retweet because didn't that say I own it?
Yeah.
Like I want everybody to see that Skip tweeted this, and I'm owning this, and I'm standing my ground on this.
As it says, deleted the tweet.
I didn't look. But the point is that I have seen cases, sometimes with the 90s Dallas Cowboys, when checks would get written that the team had to cash.
Yes.
Jimmy Johnson, it was classic. He called into a radio show the Friday before the NFC Championship game in after the 93 season, I believe it was. And he guaranteed victory over the visiting 49ers. And they just routed Steve Young and company because, as Nate Newton said after the game, he wrote a big check and we felt like we had to live up to it and cash it,
You gotta
right?
cash it, yep.
So, but again, that was Nate Newton saying that, but it came from the mouth of your head coach.
Exactly.
Right? Your head coach.
Or one of your main players.
I did a lot of talking.
Yeah.
But me being all-pro tight end, doing a lot of talking. Yeah.
Okay, but you're a Pro Bowl player.
Yes.
This is his Twitter handle is Slot God, right? He's a slot corner. Come on.
No, hold on. You're not slot guy. Stop it.
Well, I'm just
Stop
saying.
it. Now, if this Chris Harris Jr.,
How can you be slot God? It's like an oxymoron. You're in the slot, but you're a God. You can't be in the slot and be a God,
and you
right?
don't start. I mean, bro, you don't. It's not if they go double tight end, if they don't go 3 wides, you're not on the field.
Yeah.
Peters and Talib are the.
I agree. So I lost all respect because last night I took the time to read the whole Bleacher Report story, and he goes into specifics in his criticism of Brady's, or age has caught Tom Brady. You know, it definitely has taken a toll. All we have to do is stay connected, and he will slowly start to reveal himself. All kinds of specifics about movement, speed, velocity, arm strength. Well, don't tell me you're taken out of context.
Yeah,
don't
because
try
you
to
got
tell
very
me.
specific.
I would say. And he said, well, they were asking me what's the change from what I saw when I was a Buffalo Bill to now.
Right. I don't see that.
Stop it.
Yeah,
no,
let me ask you that.
no, you're just saying what you see right now.
Exactly.
And to your point, that's fine. I completely disagree with that. I've seen no signs of age this year, but I told you that consistently all year.
Yes.
But if you think that you see it, own it.
That's it.
Live up to
Don't
it.
be putting on Michael Jackson at the Grammys in '83.
The thing is, when he was asked about the no call on the pass interference that we all identified as pass interference, he owned that. Yeah, I got there early.
He did. Yeah.
But
Great.
he owned it because when you come out on top and you look good in it, or it benefits you, yeah, let's own it. Right now, to the point that you're making, Jimmy Johnson was the one who put that out there, who wrote that check. If Emmitt Smith had been the one to write that check, Michael Irvin or Troy, it would be completely different. Yeah. But somebody else, no, you can't.
You can't be the 25th guy trying to write a check.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So that's why I'm saying I don't mind him rephrasing, changing his entire tune.
Too late. I know.
Absolutely. I get that. I get that. And trust me, when Tom Brady is asked about it, he's I'm not going to comment because he doesn't care what he's resaid or how he's rephrased it. I know what you said. Yeah. I know how you felt. I whooped you in Buffalo.
That is correct. That's what he's thinking right now.
Absolutely.
Not worried.
He appreciates it.
Yes.
Tom Brady's going to own it because the damage has been done. And I remind you, once upon a time, it was a long time ago, it was during the 07 season. Remember when that kid from Pittsburgh Smith, I think was his name, the safety?
They ran a flea flicker.
Virtually guaranteed victory going to Foxborough.
Yes.
And Tom Brady ran all the way to the end zone. I believe it was it to Randy Moss?
Yes,
I think it was.
they ran a flea flicker.
He ran all the way to the end zone. To
made it a point.
get in this guy's.
Made it a point.
Yeah, way to go.
Whatever you got to do.
Okay.
That's what you got to do.
You know who I call that guy? That's the alter ego. You got Unc, he's got Psycho Tom, right?
Yeah,
he's got Psycho Tom. And sometimes Psycho Tom comes out and you're like, who is that guy?
Now, I had a problem with Robey-Coleman admitting that he committed the foul. I was like, no, I thought I got there at the same time. Because guess what?
That is true.
Guess who the official's going to be looking at in the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Any little ticky-tack thing, Robey-Coleman.
Great point.
Man, I would have said, nah, I thought I got there on time. I thought I timed it up perfect.
Yeah.
Boom, I'm leaving it there. I knew I arrived early. Well, I'm not saying, I'm not admitting
Just
anything.
sort of no comment with, I guess they didn't see anything.
Right.
You know, like,
I think I got there on time. I thought I timed it up
Great.
perfect.
I never thought about that.
This
That's
is
a
just
great.
inexperience.
I wish I might.
It is. It really is. It's being. You're excited
big
because you're getting to where every team in the National Football League has tried to get to this year, and you got to it because of a mishap. Really. And again, I'm not going to take it away from the Rams like that because they earned it up to so far.
Sure.
There were things that the New Orleans Saints could have done to prevent them from getting there. But yeah, I think it's just inexperience, being excited in the moment, and saying things that, man, you don't even have to open your mouth.
Greg, there have been times I've been in the locker room and we do it, and I'm talking to the guys. And you know everything is mofo, SOB, blah, blah, blah. I'm going on. And they ask me a question about a guy. Oh, man, he can play. Now, I just said, that's all you know what, you know what I'm saying? But there's locker room talk.
Yes.
That we talk and skip. You know how it is. We say one thing about one guy, and then when you get on camera, and they're like, dude, how'd you do that?
Listen to Aqib Talib. Do you not think he said everything that he should have said? Do we believe he feels 100% that way about Tom Brady? Oh, he's the GOAT. Oh, he hasn't lost us. He hasn't lost any. He may say that, but I guarantee you, to your point, when they're in that locker room, he's talking to Marcus Peters, he's talking to Nikhil. Man, look, I was over there. He's showing some signs.
I was in the locker room after they beat him in 2015, after they beat him in the AFC Championship game, and I know what was said. And I know who said they put something on Tom Brady's neck.
all I know is Robey-Coleman's getting his 15 minutes right now.
He is.
You know what? I know what you want. You want Tom Brady to go at him and just throw like 10, 11.
Look, he's like a kid. I do. Yep.
It would be fun.
You want Julian Edelman to have like 11 catches for like $150 and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah. I want to see 23 trailing him all day long.
And you go tweet, and you go be steady tweeting.
Shannon, you make a really interesting and intriguing point because I think the officials are going to be locked in on that matchup, and Edelman is not an easy cover.
No.
So,
especially on that surface.
Hands off now.
Whew, Greg, you're going to come back later in the show. We're happy to have you. And most of the bettors are putting their money on the Patriots, but is that good news or bad news? We'll discuss all that.